WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and our website, www.wvtcdetroit.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users.
This is Larry Whitfield. Welcome to Sunday Throwbacks right here on WVTC Detroit. On today's show, it is our hope that you will enjoy great music from past and present, that you will be impacted by a throwback moment. So listen, call a neighbor, call a friend, call somebody. Let them know Sunday Throwbacks is on. Let's go. It's Sunday. Sunday Throwbacks.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sunday Throwback. I'm your host, Larry Whitfield. I am so excited to be back into the studio today. As you all know, I was in Memphis, Tennessee with my church. We opened up our second location, and we praise and thank God for Up From the World Ministries, Apostle Eric Wilkerson, for doing a great work. But I am back in the studio, and guess what? I'm going to have the station owner real quick. I'm going to have her just slide this camera over away from me just a little bit. Come on, just slide it over just a little bit. I want to show y'all something. Just slide this camera over. We go. Yes. There we go. Hey, Byron, how you doing? Everybody know we're here. But listen, slide it down. Keep going. There. What is that? What is that? As a matter of fact, I'm going to stand up because I'm excited. Hey, this is my show. I can do this like this. Listen, this is the 2023 Stellar Award. Two-time Stellar Award winners. Yes, WVTC Radio Detroit. Here it is, y'all. So excited to have it on the show today. And yes. That's it. I feel like shouting. Bullshit time. Listen, we are so excited. My guest, Byron Stanfield Sr., is here. There's normally a format where it's, the camera's on me, then we play the music, then we bring our guests. But you know what? We kind of just radical today. I wanted to show y'all this, Stella. I am so excited. I want to give again a congratulations to the station owners, all of the radio hosts, everybody that has a hand in WVTC Radio Detroit. We are winning victories through Christ, and we're winning. Hallelujah. So we're so excited. But listen, my guest is in the building. My co-host is here, Louis Boyd III. He's been on a boat. Him and his wife been laying out in the sun. He darker than what he is. Y'all see how black he is? He was black, but now he's even blacker. He's so black he blue. Is that what they call it?
No.
Listen, y'all, I want to get to some music, but I need you all to share. Like and share. If you're on Facebook, I need you to like and share. If you're on YouTube and Twitter, I need you also to like and share. Let somebody know that Sunday Throwback is on. I have a phenomenal guest. This guy, I like to call him, and he don't even know I call him this, but he's a quiet storm. He don't say a lot, but he does so much, and there is so much giftings and anointings in him that we gonna talk about it. That's all I'm gonna say. We just gonna talk about it. But listen, let's get to some music. I want to do a throwback moment right here. This is from the Thomas Whitfield Company back then, as they called themselves, the Thomas Whitfield Company. This is 1979, their second album entitled Things We Believe. There is a significance to this particular song that we're going to briefly talk about as we talk to Byron. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Though the stars and moon may pass away and the sun refused to shine, I have to believe in myself anyway and hold on to what's mine. Got to keep holding on to the things that I believe. Holding on to the things I know are right. I have to give myself a chance. Will be beautiful for me. Just me. Oh yeah, yeah. I wish that the world could see and know just how I feel. And make them understand that love I have is real. I have to keep
Y'all, 1979.
Yeah.
1979. That was the title of that album. Yes, Things We Believe. Now, let me tell you the significance. Byron's dad, Rudolph Stanfield, Pastor Rudolph Stanfield Jr., was part composer of that song. Tommy put together the title of that song based on this melody that Pastor Rudy had at that particular time. And they made it the theme song for that particular album, Things We Believe Volume 1 and 2. And that was the significance. Now, y'all, we talking like 1979. We talking about them string instruments and them choral arrangements and stuff. But see, back then, synthesizers was played with one finger. You know, it wasn't a bunch of chording and stuff. You know, it was that Gino Vanelli type synthesizer. But listen, y'all, in the building is Byron Stanfield Sr. What's up, man?
Nothing too much.
See, look at him, he's so quiet. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My station owner, man, she wanted me to remind you of an event. Listen, there was an event where there was a debate that musicians back then was required to wear rope. They were required to match with the choirs. And it was this particular event that Byron was like, no. I have an issue with that. So can you talk about that a little bit?
Well, what was I, like 14, 15? You know, 90s. I guess my thinking or my rationale at the time was that it was not cool for the band to have to wear choir robes, and I didn't understand why we were being required to do so. So, I was prepared to back out of the concert.
See, listen, back then it was cool versus decorum.
I mean, listen, I wasn't trying to dress inappropriately. I just didn't want to wear a robe.
Wear no robe, right?
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not able to really spread on the keyboard and play if that robe sleeve is hanging over the keys.
I wasn't singing tenor. I was on the organ.
He said I wasn't singing tenor.
Right. Hey, y'all, that's a throwback moment. This is Sunday Throwback. So listen, everybody, we got Byron Stanfield Sr. in the studio. We want you all to like and share whatever you're watching this on. We have a lot to talk about. The first question I do want to ask you, though, on a serious note, is that coming up as a young man, was music something that you really wanted to go after, or did you prefer another line of work?
Probably, other than a brief period when I thought perhaps I might be in the NBA or something. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking like 3rd, 4th grade. Mm-hmm. And consequently, that made me, I used to practice my signature for autographs.
Right.
But outside of that, no, I pretty much always had music in sight as, what I wanted to go after.
Yeah.
Like I've been, not just playing, but, just composing songs, mm-hmm. My own ideas and grooves and stuff, probably, since I was like maybe 8 or 9. So,
wow.
So I knew I always wanted to be in the music field and create. And a lot of times people will ask me, did I shy away from it because of my father and mm-hmm. his stature in the industry? And I guess my simple answer is, had I been smarter, I probably would have, but I didn't know enough to not mm-hmm. Want to do it as well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess like perhaps the intimidation factor that you might assume would naturally be there.
Oh yeah.
I didn't have it though. Mm-hmm. Again, like I don't know why. I just wasn't cognizant mm-hmm. of it. And mm-hmm. so I just knew he did what he did, and I'm like, well, this is what I do. So yeah. So I never shied away from it.
Yeah. Man, your dad, and I'm talking about Pastor Rudolph Stanfield Jr., is one of the greatest musicians, producers, songwriters on this side of heaven.
Yes.
I've had opportunities to work with him. As a matter of fact, briefly, the Whitfield Company was putting together a holiday event that was going to include some film footage. Not to get too much into it, but it was going to be titled "It's a Whitfield Christmas." And I had an opportunity to do some vocal coaching with Pastor Rudolph Stanfield. He's a talker.
Yeah.
He's a talker. And I say that because rehearsal was at 4:00, right? I get to him at 4:00. We're talking. We really didn't start rehearsal until 7.
Yeah.
So I didn't get out of there until about 8:30. But now the talking now is wisdom and historic perspective just about the music industry in its totality. So it's not a boring conversation at all.
Right,
but getting back to your dad, man, he's a legendary producer, composer, and songwriter. What were some of the things musically that you picked up from him that you still carry today?
Everything, I guess. Between him and excuse me, between him and your brother, Minister Thomas A. Whitfield, those were definitely my earliest musical influences. And even though I gleaned from so many different musicians and composers and everything now and have throughout my lifetime so far, they're probably still the two largest for me. I would say not just playing as a musician and composing, but also producing kind of came naturally from spending so much time around my father and with him in the studio, going back to me being 6-7 years old with him at, studio sessions at Studio A out in Dearmore Heights.
Falling asleep, waking up, still in there. The sun is up. I know too. But being in that environment, that's how I learned what to do as far as in the actual producer goes. Because the production to bring forth, to bring everything together, watching him, it just kind of came natural to me once I got older and started to get my own opportunities. Absolutely. The work value back then is just so much different than now. But listen, I want to play this little clip of your dad playing, man. He is just phenomenal on the organ, as everyone know that him and my brother Thomas Whitfield worked together for so many years, even when Tommy was with the Whitfield Company and just many other aspects of music. And I've had this in-depth conversation with them, but I want to play this little clip. This is like about 1:40 some odd seconds of him just grinding on this organ. And then when we come back, we're going to come back to our guest, Byron Stanfield Sr. Everybody, please like and share. This is Sunday Throwback. Now everybody should know what he was playing. Yes, peace be still.
Yes.
Yes. Y'all see how them hands just moved across the keys?
Man.
I believe the drummer got confused. I believe the drummer got confused and he stopped playing. I don't know, but that was just.
I'm done. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Let's do this. This piano about to blow up, man.
Absolutely. Tell us, what do you glean from that when you watch stuff like that?
I would. It's nostalgic for sure, because it's what I'm used to. You know, it's just what I know. I tell people all the time that his style is so distinctive that you know, like I can pick his playing out blindfold from a lineup. Like you can play me, you know, 6 different organ clips, and I can pick him out, you know, without seeing who it is. Then I've always been able to, like, I can even, and some people can't differentiate between him and Tom stylistically.
Right.
I can. Like, I hear a very distinct difference between my father and Thomas Whitfield. So yeah, I can be doing, you know, I can be doing like a hip hop beat, and I might, you know, throw a chord or something in there that like I learned from listening to my dad.
Yeah, man, he's phenomenal. I do know that there are some ideas and creativity that Tommy pulled from him. He was like, man, I got to use that.
Right.
I want to use that. You know, there was a thing, and I would have to get Pastor in here to talk to him, and maybe we do that soon. But there was a thing that he did with his choir that Tommy used. You know, but again, that's a whole nother conversation. But it's Pastor Rudy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Now, I want to go to this clip because I want to get these clips. Okay. Now, I don't know if it was the Lord that got you up this early in the morning, or you just had to get up, you know, and you went to the board, man.
Okay.
You went to the board and you started playing. So I want to play this little clip because this is what you do at 3:30 in the morning. And this is phenomenal. We'll be right back, everybody. This is Sunday Throwback. Oh man.
Look here.
Man. Man. Now that was a long time ago. That was like what?
It
10?
was at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10 years
I
ago.
forgot all about that.
Yeah. I like pulling stuff that possibly my guests can forget about. But because you made it public back then, I figured I could still make it public now.
Yeah.
But man, that is those of you, man, did y'all hear them chords that he was playing? I mean, man, you are phenomenal. And that takes a creative mind. And to get up listen, this was worship at its finest at 3:30 a.m. in the morning. Okay. I know it was 3:30 because it said 3:30. It was 3:30 in the morning. So that is phenomenal time it's just you and God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that clip, man? Watching it now.
I don't know. It's kind of I don't want to say it's hard to believe it was me, but I mean, because I'm hypercritical, self-critical. But yeah, that was me. It was a while ago. I would say that is something that I tend to do a lot of times late evening, early morning.
Yeah.
It is it's therapeutic. It is I guess, for lack of a better term, my love language to the creator. Because I'm not a singer or anything of that sort. So that's, kind of that is really my way of communicating with God.
Yeah.
So yeah, sometimes you just have to, sit down as a musician, creative, whatever. Sometimes you got to sit down with no agenda.
Yes, sir.
And just
that's good right there.
Just kind of let
no agenda.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's good.
Right.
Yeah, not for creating, not even for purposes. Just just kind of sit down and whatever is in your own heart. Just kind of let your soul speak or cry or whatever the case might be at that moment.
Yeah. Listen, musicians, I hope you're listening.
Yeah.
Man, this is good spiritual foundation to sometimes just sit down, and let the Lord tell you what he wants to hear.
Yes.
That's pretty much when you put it at no agenda, then you are allowing yourself to say, Lord, what do you want to hear?
Right. Right.
What do you want to hear from me? And then just communicate that way, man. And then, that's just crazy. Everybody, for those of you that are tuning in, we are just tuning in. We're talking to Byron Stanfield, senior master producer, composer. I want to just name a few people that you have worked with, and then I'm going to throw it over to Lewis because I know he got a couple questions he want to ask. You've worked with the Winans, you worked with BB Winans, you worked with Vanessa Bell Armstrong, R&B artist Monica, Donnell Jones, gospel artist Donnie McClurkin, Jay Moss, which we're going to be playing a song shortly from him, Kiara Sheard, Carl Thomas, Mario, Dorinda Clark Cole, the Clark sisters, Mario Winans, Dr. Bobby Jones, just naming a handful. Go ahead, Lewis.
So now you being from Detroit, has it been hard for you to find your niche with all the gifts and talents in this city?
No.
Okay.
No, but because I don't again, I guess not always being cognizant of certain things, I try not to worry about it, and I can only do what I can do. I can only be who I am. So that's what I always try to concentrate on.
Right.
So yeah, I would say no.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's worked out thankfully. For the most part.
Absolutely. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Louis.
So, what inspires you to write and play?
It depends. Usually, music, other musicians, listening to music, whether it be new music, that comes out, or just stuff in my Apple Music playlist that I'm already fond of that I will, listen to over and over, and will give me ideas, and then I'll just go sit down and in my at my workspace and just kind of, ideate and, see what, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks.
Right.
That's a good analogy.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Listen, let's get to some music. This song, you were a part of the production from J. Moss 2014. It's from the project Grown Folk Gospel. It's the song Love Like That.
Yeah.
And when we come back, I want to talk about you and Brandon, the stuntsman.
Yeah.
Production team, the stuntsman. That's what we're going to talk about when we come back. Everybody, this is Sunday Throwback. This is Love Like That by J. Moss. We'll be right back.
Love like that. screaming, oh, 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 yeah.
Tell me something. Have you ever thought about doing business online? Are you passionate about e-commerce? Well, you should give Willie and Dottie Hamilton a call. With their expertise, they'll help you launch your own free website, use your social media skills, and follow a proven success system. For more information or to book a Zoom presentation, contact the Hamiltons by email. That's HamiltonWillie@sbcglobal.net or by phone at 313-312-8905. Again, that's 313-312-8905. Once you've experienced the Hamilton's professionalism, you'll be sold out.
Yes, everybody, we're back. This is Sunday Throwback, and we was just in the studio kicking it like musicians and guests do in between music. We just kicking it. But listen, let's talk about the stuntmen.
Okay.
You and Brandon, when did that start? And just talk about it, man, because y'all out here making some noise.
That started shortly after we met. We were both teenagers. I think I was maybe 16 years old. He was 19. We met through a mutual friend of ours, Deron Goff, son
of course.
Son of
David Goff. Yes, absolutely.
Deron and Brandon used to stay up the street from each other. So I was hanging around Deron a lot, and then Brandon would be around, and then we all just kind of, meshed from there. Just a bunch of young musicians all doing the same stuff. And actually, for a while, it was the three of us as a production team.
Okay.
Making music together. And Deron left, and he went on tour, was doing some other stuff. But Brandon and I just kind of stuck with each other and never separated. And so, and actually, the last J Moss record that you played from the Grown Folks Music album, if I'm not mistaken, that was a track that we did during the time when we were actually roommates, because Brandon and I were roommates. Brandon Holland, we were roommates for a period of time, which was really cool because it being musicians, it was almost kind of like a college dorm kind of environment where we were always just staying up late and hanging, and we would end up, in the studio, so he would be working on something and he might come upstairs and say, "Hey, I'm stuck. Can you put a bridge on this?" Or I did this and I'm not sure about it. Should I keep it or should I throw it away? And then I'll go down and add to it and vice versa, whatever. So that's how a lot of our creations, came to be, just
vibing off of him and him vibing off of you.
Yeah, just a couple
that Jimmy
musicians,
Jam, Terry Lewis type vibe.
That was, and that they were always our kind of what we looked at as far as
the measuring stick.
Because they've lasted in the industry as producers and still do as of today.
And a very similar creative relationship between the two of them. I remember interviews where Jimmy has mentioned that there might be a project where he himself personally will have done say 80-90% of it.
Mm-hmm.
Terry, was off working with someone else, and then they just, at the end of the day, they just kind of come together and still split everything.
Yeah.
And that's how him and I have always operated. So there might be things that he didn't physically work on, or vice versa, but our partnership dictates that it still falls under the umbrella of the stuntman.
That's phenomenal.
Right.
I'm going to ask this question while Sandy cue up this next song, this song that you all did with Kimberly Wetset. And I'm going to ask you this question with you and Brandon. And this is a real question. And I believe you a real brother, so you're going to give me a real answer. Has there ever been a situation, with you and Brandon where y'all kind of bumped heads and you kind of like walked away for a couple of days and then came back together? This is musically like, all right. And then, kind of bumped head, because that's happened with me and a good friend of mine of many years, Conru Carpenter. And if Demetrius Neighbors is watching, he's probably cracking up, because Conru and I had a situation where we was like, we was about to go for blows. I mean, we was about to go for blows, and then the next day, we just hugged. Was like, man, it's good, it's good. I'm not saying it went extreme.
No. Knowing y'all, I can already. Knowing both of y'all, I can.
But not being that extreme. But has it ever been a situation where?
No.
No. Okay.
Yeah, and the reason I would say that, I think, because from a personality standpoint, him and I are so much alike.
Yeah.
We're very laid back. Neither one of us are confrontational. But also from a musical standpoint, we honestly do think alike. Particularly, from a creative, composition standpoint. So there's been very few times where either one of us had an idea where the other one was like, nah, and for those rare occasions, like, there was never an ego to where it was like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about,
Right.
We trust each other enough to say, okay, if you feel like that doesn't work, we do it your way, and because
me and Conru was like, what?
I know. I don't know because I wasn't there, but I know y'all. Yeah, I know both y'all.
Everybody, this is Sunday Throwback. I'm talking to Byron Stanfield, Sr., master producer and composer. I want to get into this song. You did some composition with Kimberly Wetset. She is a phenomenal singer. I mean, she takes you to the edge with ministry. That's what I love about her singing. This song, Conqueror.
Yeah.
Set that up.
So it was a song that I believe she had already. That was like a previous demo. She brought it to Carl B. Phillips, one of my brothers in the ministry. She brought it to Carl. She asked Carl if he could, redo it, produce it, whatever. Carl got together with Elder Stephen Anderson.
Yes.
They kind of reworked the lyrics and the vocal arrangement. He passed the demo to me and Brandon. So I took that and from a music standpoint, kind of rearranged it and did what we did and finished it. And then I believe Brandon did all of the like horn and string arrangements and playing and the arranging of it. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe this was the last recording that my brother Volley played on.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, we went into the studio, Greg Pearson's studio. We went Inner Court. We went into the studio I believe, July
Mm-hmm.
of 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And, unfortunately, a couple months later, Volley, left us and made his transition. But I believe this was the last recording that, so the song also kind of holds that kind of special significance for me because Volley was, one of my big brothers in the game, and
Certainly miss that guy, man.
Yes.
Every time somebody pick up a bass, I just think about Volley.
Right.
Yeah. Just because he was
that dude,
meant so much to so many and was such an influence.
Very influential.
Very influential. Let's go to this song, everybody, Conqueror. And when we come back, I want to talk about your EP before we get out of here. Okay. You got an EP that's coming up next month. I want to talk about it. I want everybody to know, get ready for it. I mean, when midnight hit, we want you to go get it. However he got it set up, y'all, let's follow the pattern. But we'll be right back. This is Kimberly Whitsett with Conqueror. Minister Kimberly, Elder Kimberly. One of those titles. She's one of them. Just all of them. Kimberly West. We'll be back.
No matter what comes my way, learn to say. No matter how rough the day, I still proclaim. My past and things to come, nothing can stop me because I'm more than a conqueror. When I feel like giving up, I still press on. I've learned when I'm weak, I can be strong. My past are things to come, nothing will stop me. Yes, I'm more. I am more.
Yes, we're back. Listen, there's a lot of people on YouTube and on Facebook that are watching. Specifically, I want to give a shout out to Maurice Clark. Shout out to you, my brother. He did an interview with me. You want to go on the YouTube channel and check out that interview he did with me concerning my brother Thomas Whitfield. And also Elder Paul Fudge gave a shout out to you. Now, what's the significance of Elder Paul Fudge and you? What's going on?
I am the music director at his cousin's church, Bishop Joseph Nathaniel Fudge Jr. So, I'm very well acquainted with
tied in all the Fudges. Family. Shout out to all the Fudges. Yes. And you can catch Elder Paul Fudge every Wednesday at 6 p.m. You can catch him. It is called Biblical Truths. You could catch him every Wednesday at 6 p.m. right here on the WVTC Detroit Radio Network. Listen, let's talk about your EP, man. You got something coming out, man.
Yeah. So I am after all these years, I was convinced to go ahead and do an instrumental project. And I guess so first I'm going to drop a single. The single was so back on September 4th, 2021, my youngest brother was killed. So the single that I'm planning to release sometime next month, that was how I talked about music being kind of a love letter and, how I speak in my language. That was, that was me actually having, because it's been difficult, honestly. Yeah. And that was me like speaking, just kind of speaking to my little brother. I had, so much going on, grief and depression and things of the like. And I just kind of sat down and, that was kind of my letter to him, this song, which I titled Forever 23. That was the age that he, left us and passed on and to the next realm. And so he'll be forever 23 here in, in glory. Nello's Jam, his name was Jerem Chanello Price. So his family called him Nello. So Forever 23, Nello's Jam, that is the instrumental single that I'm going to be dropping. That is my dedication to him. And so
you have a date for it?
I don't have a specific date yet. It's just next month so far, but I'm going to keep everybody updated on the actual date. Okay. Because I need everybody to,
absolutely. Tell the people how they can get in touch with you in case they want you to do some production on a single they want to put out or a project they want to come out, or they need the stuntmen.
Yeah. Absolutely. So I am on Facebook and Instagram. Facebook under my name. I didn't come up with any,
nothing catchy.
Nothing catchy. No, Byron, living my best life, to the umpteenth degree. Stanfield. It's just
right.
I just,
Sugar Boy.
Yeah, I just did it like that.
Look me up on Facebook as Sugar Boy. All that.
So same thing on Instagram. Byron_Stanfield.
Byron, saved by grace and by the bell.
Right.
And the stuntman Brandon and I also have a collective page on Instagram. The stuntman THA_stuntman. That's on Instagram as well.
Repeat that again.
On Instagram, him and I are the stuntman, THA_stuntman. So yeah, if whatever one might need, that's how you can reach me, him, both of us.
Yeah.
Whatever, we got you.
Hey, man, I am so honored to have you here at
I'm honored
Sunday
to be
Throwback.
here.
And listen, I got to have you back, man, because I wanted to talk to you about your weight journey.
Okay.
And that's a whole nother show because see, we got to talk about health and wellness, y'all. We got to talk about health and wellness. So I'm going to have Byron back and we're going to talk about, because man, you was on Facebook making asparagus and all that stuff. I mean, good eating. I mean, seriously. See, y'all laughing, but see, I was checking it out.
I'm only laughing.
I mean, he was putting it in the foil and all that kind of stuff. And look at him.
Right.
Look at him.
I'm laughing about the asparagus. Every time I see asparagus now, I keep thinking about law-abiding citizen when he was.
See, there you go. See, but listen, we got to get out of here. Before we go, y'all. I want everybody to send out prayers to the family of Prophet Carnell Morrell. He made his transition just this past week, and I was talking to my station owner and discovered that we were supposed to have him on in just a few weeks right here on the Sandy Rose Show on WVTC Radio Detroit. So this was a shock to all. Everyone is still in shock, but Carnell Morrell was a phenomenal musician, acoustic guitar, songwriter, singer extraordinaire. I remember, and I can't get into this because my time is up, but I want to give a shout out to Donna Harris. I want to keep her in prayer because she was the one that brought Carnell Morrell to the city of Detroit to meet choirs like the Whitfield Company and also the Straight Gate church organization. She was a vehicle in bringing him here, but he has made his transition this week. And I want to send our prayers to his wife and his children and let them know that we are praying for you. We are praying for you. We loved Carnell Morrell. He was a phenomenal man of God and a phenomenal musician extraordinaire, a soldier in the kingdom. So before we go, I want to end the show with this song that he did, Holy One, with Straight Gate Mass. And again, I want everyone to send out your prayers and your love to the memory of Carnell Morrell and pray for his family. They're going to need our prayers. Everybody, this has been another edition of Sunday Throwback. Byron, again, man, thank you so much, man.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much. And this, I got to have you back again because there's so much more to you. It's so much more to you. But everybody, next week, I'm having the James brothers. Now, who is the James brothers? Darius and Jarrell James is going to be with me on next week. Phenomenal musicians, acoustic guitar player, drummer extraordinaire. Man, there's so much to talk about with them. They coming out of the family of Pastor Wilson James and Evangelist Peggy James. So we're going to talk to the James family on next week. But thank you all so much for tuning in. And again, keep the family of Carnell Morrell in your prayers. Carnell, we miss you already, man.
Yes.
God bless you. See y'all next week.
Give him some glory. Come on, just open your voice, open your mouth and magnify him. Oh yeah, he's worthy. He's the great I am. Come on, somebody, come on. Oh yes, he is. He's the Holy One. Oh, bless you. He is the King of Kings. He's the great I am. He's the Holy One. He is the King of Kings. Come on. Oh, he is. He's the great I am. He's the Holy One. The Prince of Peace, yes he is. He is the Lord of Lords. Oh yeah, he is the great I am. Yeah, he is the Prince of Peace. Yes he is. Yes, he is. He is the Prince of Peace. He is the great I am. He is the King of Kings. Yeah. Oh, he is the Lord of Lords. He's the great I am. He's the great I am. He's the Holy One. Here we go. He's the Holy One. Can you wave your hand if you really know it? He is the Holy One, yeah. Yeah. He's the great I am, yeah. He's the Prince of Peace, yeah, yeah. Can't nobody love me like him. Can't nobody do me like him, yeah. Holy. Says come on. Say it like you know it. Hey. Can't nobody heal you but Jesus. Huh. Can't nobody love you but Jesus. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Say it like you mean it. He's a holy one. Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's the Holy One, yeah, yeah. Everybody say holy.
And we will sing the songs of his fame, forever testify of his grace.
Thank you for tuning in to Sunday Throwbacks with Larry Whitfield on WVTC Detroit. Listen, if you would like to become a partner or a guest on our show, please send us an email at lwhitfieldmusic@yahoo.com. That's lwhitfieldmusic@yahoo.com or call 313-879-9752. That number again is 313-879-9752. We encourage you that God is always in the place, but what you have to do is get him in your space. When you do, your life will never be the same. Thank you for tuning in. See you next week.
The views and opinions expressed on the previous broadcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of WVTC Radio Detroit, its advertisers, or affiliates.
WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit thanks the following supporters for their generous gifts of support to keep this station and these broadcasts coming your way. God bless you, we thank you, and we love you. This is WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit.
We are WVTC.
What is
Detroit Gospel Internet Radio. What it is. We're gospel music, preaching, teaching, encouraging. What it is. All up in what it is. The community. What it is. WVTC. In your neighborhood, it's what we do. What it is.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.